Scream 5 is finally here, and I had a little bit of a unique experience that I don't know how many YouTubers are going to talk about this. But the screening I went to was a fan Q&A event, live stream. Now, basically, what this event was is that you watched the movie, of course, that you watched that first, and then after the movie, they did a live stream that they broadcast on the TV that or on the theater screen, and this was like, so they had one of the co-directors of Ready or Not and this movie, which they co-directed it together. But the other one couldn't be there because I guess he caught COVID, so I hope he feels better. But yeah, so there was that, and then you had the actor who played Dewey. He was in it, and there was the creator of Scream. So those three people were, kind of Q&A. So yeah, that's kind of what it was. They were in a place where they could ask him questions and stuff. That was cool. You could definitely tell by this movie that by this fan Q&A event that the people involved really loved making this movie, and it really kind of furthered what I really liked about this movie. But let's start where I kind of came into this movie expecting. To be honest, I expected this movie to be bad. Now, I didn't want it to be bad. I just expected it to be bad. And that was largely due to the fact that this movie's coming out in January, which is just really damn weird. Because um, the only other horror movie coming out in October that I know of is Halloween Kills. So they could have put this out in September. They could have put it out in August. Hell, the new Candyman that came out in August, September, somewhere in there, and it did relatively all right. So I don't know why they didn't put it out then. So when I heard it's coming out in January, the trailers didn't impress me. It looked bad to me. But holy shit, I was wrong. This movie was great. This is the third best Scream movie. The third best one. Number one is always the first one. And of course, to me, Scream 2 is the best sequel to this movie, to this original Scream. But this is just a really good movie. It does everything you want it to do perfectly. It makes all the new characters so interesting. It keeps the mystery going in such a great manner that, like, I was completely enthralled by this movie. And also it being done by the team who did Ready or Not, which is an incredible modern horror movie. If you haven't seen that movie, it's great. But that movie is gory as shit. And this movie is also just as gory, if not more so, than that movie. Well, actually, not more so. I mean, if you've seen the ending of Ready or Not, you know what I'm talking about. That movie's crazy. All you go is go watch Ready or Not, and I hope more people check it out. I also love what they did with the returning characters. There's two that had we had, of course, you had Sidney Prescott and some of those other characters returning, and they're fun in the movie. But I particularly love what they did with Dewey. Dewey, they did such a great job with his character and kind of where they went with that. I'm not going to even spoil it, but it was phenomenal. Definitely made me cry a little bit for that character and what they do with that. And you could tell after watching the fan Q&A event that he really loved the actor played Dewey, really loved enjoying doing that part. He had a lot of fun with it, and you could feel that, and it was just really great. And the movie continued its meta streak, and it talked a lot about toxic fandoms, which was great to kind of like call that out a little bit, and that's really cool. And it talked about the idea of there being requels and stuff. That was fun. My biggest issue with this movie is just the title. It's always been Scream, Scream 2, Scream 3, and Scream 4. There is no excuse for this movie to be called Scream. And it's because they're not even doing the Halloween thing or the Candyman thing where they're erasing the previous sequels. No, this is very much a continuation off of all 5 movies. And you do need to see at least the first one, the first few, to really get this movie. It is a great time. Go watch it. Scream 5, phenomenal.